Alright guys, I have the board turned on right now. There's no socketed chips in it. I just hooked it up and put power to it. The RAM and the ROM board here, I just wanted to power them up and view the power. Remember how it was really weird and it was way low. I had to crank that switcher up to get up to 5 volts. And then if you remember, I turned it down. I turned it way down and I still had like mid-4s or something like that. I don't quite remember. But I'm going to measure the power, and I will kind of just find a spot here where I can maybe have you see what's going on. Let's see if you can read that. Not really. Let's try something. This doesn't have any kind of a stand, but maybe I can use this Atari joystick. How's that? Well, how about that? Let's go up, kind of straighten this thing a little bit, and let's measure power. Voltage, I should say. Okay. Try not to knock the thing over. Let's check 5 volts on the RAM. And it's 5.10. And you can see it is not wavering at all. That's what we're looking for. You know, that's normal. Any kind of bounce between that is fine. What I was seeing was swings of like 100 millivolts. It would go 5.10 down to 5.0. You know, it was crazy. So that's that. And over on the ROM board, it is 514, which is a little higher, which is fine. But what you notice is it's not moving at all. And that's what we're looking for. A good solid voltage. So that is very, very good news. Yeah, solid. And that means we can even turn this down a little bit. But I'm not going to turn it down because once I add all of the circuitry, all the RAM and ROMs and stuff, it's going to drop down probably around 4.8 volts or something like that. And I'll have to adjust it then. But it'll be in a safe area. It'll be under 5 volts, which is just fine. So, good there. Now I'm going to take this down. I'm going to put this up. I just kind of wanted to do that little voltage check. Now we're going to set up, because I have to check out all of the software. Has to be verified, and that's what I'm going to do next, is verify the software. You know what I could do? Let's do this while we're set up. Let me put this back up. This will be nice. This is a good test here. I'm going to put this PIA back in the board after the one I removed. The cat's going bananas over there. This PIA I pulled out of the board. I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the board and turn it on. Turn it back on. And now let's do our same power reading and voltage reading and see what happens. And 14, 13. Okay, that's solid. It's not acting goofy. That's good. Maybe that PIA is good. Yeah, it's not moving around at all. Okay, good. Cool. Alright. Now I am going to... You know what might have been the problem all along? Causing that screwy voltage? It might have been that cable, the ribbon cable. That ribbon cable was trash, remember? And I think, I'm not positive, I haven't looked at a wiring diagram, but I'm thinking that maybe the ground is like a loop circuit somehow. So the ground ties this board to this board through the ribbon cable and sends the current goes that way. Without this plugged in, this board, the ROM board, is not grounded. I'm thinking. Watch out, Boo. Boo Boo's trying to knock the camera down. Boo. Okay. But that's kind of what I'm thinking, though. So let's go ahead. I'm going to take this down. I'm going to go ahead and verify all of my software. Let's get us a good set of ROMs. Be right back. What you doing? Boo boo. Okay, I'm going through and doing ROMs, and this one right here is goofy. It just came up. It's been coming up different stuff. It just came up F800, which means nothing. FF throughout the whole ROM. But if I move it around, it might come up with something else. Now it loaded E7, E8, E7, EA, A, not 8. Okay, did that 3 times. Let's try it again. Let's do this. And F800. I don't like these little chips like this. They're kind of garbage. That one was garbage. Okay. This one says DE97. I usually load it twice to make sure it matches. Okay, this one DE97. Oh, now we're going to make a file. And that is number 7. Okay. These are the ROMs that I cleaned the legs on. They look super. Oops. AFC4. AFC4. Okay, I got AFC4 3 times. So we will make a file, and that is number 10. That's a nice clean ROM. This is another one, just nice looking. It's number 8. C880. C880. 3 times in a row. So we'll create a file. It's number 8, I believe. Okay. Here's a ROM number 11, which I've already done one. So you know what I can do is I can load the RAM from a file, and we'll load number 11. And then we'll just verify. Verify device. Alright, that's a good ROM. Here we have number 12. Nice looking. I like to use nice looking original equipment if possible. And these ROMs are really cool looking. That's what I would use for sure. Alright, we'll go. I'm going to load this guy up. This is number 12. And let's just do it again. D29F. Good. Now we'll make a file, number 12. Okay. This is ROM number 6. DB9C. Okay. That was number 6. Here's number 1. I'm going to try to bend these legs straight. They're kind of goofy. It's kind of bent a little bit, and I'd like to straighten it if I can. There we go. That's 100% better. This is number 1. Okay, FFA3 is the checksum on that guy. Let's try it again. FFA3. Yep. And that is number 1. Here's another ROM 12. Yeah, that one's got a broken leg. It's got a busted leg. Not dealing with a broken chip, especially when I've got a good one. Straighten those legs out a little bit. This is number 9. ROM number 9. 1F54 is what it says. Verified. Number 9. And here's another number 8, which we'll just verify it. I've already got a number 8. So we will load RAM from a file, and it's going to be number 8. Verify. It says it did not verify with the RAM. So let's do this. Let me try it again. I'm going to load the file, RAM from the file. And we're going to load 8. Make sure I got the right one. Maybe I didn't. Okay. C8AD. I do remember C8AD. And now we'll try to verify the device. And now it did verify. It just must have been a bad connection or something. Now it does not verify with the RAM. This thing's going bye-bye. Funky ROM. Okay, now I have a ROM number 3, which is a 2532. So we need to change the device. Let's just go TI, I guess. 25. 2532. 21. Okay. And let's load that up. AACD. A8-4D. F00D. Looks like food. Let me grab that other board. A8-4D. 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 Okay, we're going to save that. And that is ROM number 3. That's a 2532. Now we'll do ROM number 2. $70.79. $70.79. Okay, save that. That's ROM number 2. Which needs a ROM covering. Okay. Mark that one number 2. Pen decided to not work, I guess. 2. Okay. So I have 1, 2, and 3. This 3 was no good, right? Yeah, that 3 was junk. Okay. I don't remember having ROM number 7. So I actually need to go back to Intel 2716. Okay. And load the device. DE97. Very good. Oh, I've already got a number 7. 1, 2, 3. No 4. I don't have a 4. And the only one that I have is this piece of crap. I have a number 7. DDE2, DDE2, DDE2. We might actually have a decent one. Alright, DDE2. We're going to save that as number 4. We've got a number 4. Okay. Successful. One, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've got them all. So we've got files of all of them. Do I have a 11 ROM? I do. So these guys can stay here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what I do want? I want to swap this, and I want to use this number 7 because it's actually got a Defender label on it. And number 1, no, that's number 2. I don't have a number 2 here. Okay. I just want to verify this number 7. Just do a verification. So let's load from a file, and we'll do, what is it, number 7, and then we'll verify it. Okay, and verify. And it does verify, so we'll put that in there. Okay, so now we have a set. Well, I want to do the decoders. I want to make sure the decoders are good. So we will change this to, you got to go into device. We'll do let's do national number 20, 74, 474, 74S 474, 51. Okay, and we will okay, F3, F5, F590, F5D8, F5D8, F604, F634. That's not good. That's not good. Our decoder's not acting very good, is it? And one of the legs is about to break off. Oops. F5EC, F624. You know what? Let's try. Let's go to Signetics. And let's choose 181, 82S181, 43. Okay. EA68, EA-D4, EB24, EB54. This decoder is no good. Let's try the other one. FB60, FB78, FB78, FB68, FB78. FB80, FB68, it's not good. I don't like that. If these decoders are no good, of course I can burn some. What I want to do is I want to load the actual file and then verify these against the actual file. These decoders are not acting good. You know what I want to do? I want to grab another decoder chip. I know I have some more Defender stuff over here. Okay. Let me see if I got another Defender decoder over here. Yeah, there's Defender ROM 1. No decoders though. Huh. Darn. Okay. Alright, well, I'll be back. Let me what I need to do is I need to stop with this, just turn it off, and I'm going to go transfer everything over to the other computer where the internet's at and do some ROM ident. So let me do that. Alright guys, I knew I had some spare decoder chips. So what I did is I put one in here, and I've been just verifying it over and over. You see, it verifies every time. DDBC. So this decoder is actually good. Both of these decoders are bad. You see, this is the Defender one right here. Put it in there, and I'll hit space to do it again. FBC8. 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 Now it's working. FBC0. See that? FBC0. FBC8. FBC0. C0. Now let's try the other one. Okay. EC, D94, ED84, EDC4, EE08. You see, this one's junk. This one's garbage. Both of them are bad. Both of these Defender decoders are bad. And alls I have are, well, there's a ROM 3. That one's Defender. Let's put this baby in there and try it out. That's a Defender one. Let's see what it says. Oh God. Oh boy. That can't be right. Zeros? No way. Decoder ROM 3. It's all zeros. Zero zero 90, 0800, 0500. Bye bye. Bye bye. While I got it set up, let's test all of these. This is ROM number 6. This is like Stargate, all of them. Robotron, Joust. DE90. Looks good to me. Well, this guy's good. What have we here? I don't know what this is. It's a Defender. It's ROM 2, I think. Okay, I think this is ROM 2, 1E80. Okay, so I might have one good one. I'll have to verify it against the actual file. 1E80. I think that one might actually be good. This is a Joust set. Joust, Robotron, Bubbles, Stargate. It's a good set. And that's all I got. So, yeah. So I think I got one decent one. Maybe. I got load up the Decoder 2 and Decoder 3 so that I can actually verify this. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to shut this stuff down. I'm going to go to ROM ident. I'm going to verify all of this. And then I need to go to the MAME directory and pull Decoder 2 and 3. Put them on a disk so I can load them up into this and verify it. I've got to burn one of them. And I do have these chips. So I know I have to do one. So, and these are not cheap chips, so that is going to be an extra unforeseen cost of about 10 bucks for one of these. So, alrighty. Alright, let me get to it. Alright, I'm getting ready to do some ROM identifications. So we'll start up at the top with 1. And that one is not in MAME. That's not a good ROM. 2. 2 is good. 3 is good. 4 is no good. 6 is okay. 7's okay. 8 is okay. 9 is good. 10 is good. 11's good. 12. 12 is okay. And I pulled the 2 decoders and put them in this file. These are from MAME. And you see they are both good. So I had 2 bad ROMs, 1 and 4 I believe. 1 and 4. Yeah. So I will go into my Defender file and take 1 and send it to this, and 4 and send it to that. And that should do it. Let's okay, now we got everything we need. So we'll go back over to the programmer and verify a couple of things, burn a couple of things, and I'm going to do that off camera. So we'll come back and put everything together. Okay, now I do realize that when I was testing those decoders, dumping them and stuff, I had it on the wrong It was supposed to be 82S141, not 181. So I did go back through once I caught that error and retest them. They were still bad. But yes, so I'm going to... Both of the decoders are bad. Both of his Defender decoders were bad. So I'm going to burn a couple new ones. These are National 74S 474s. Are the decoders. I'm putting labels on them so that I can mark them. And hopefully my pen will start to work. And this one will be 2. This one will be 3. Okay. So I've got that set. It's set to binary. So let's load from a file. We're going to load D2. We're going to just reload that. D2. Put the one I've got labeled 2 in here. And we're going to program device. Done. There's one decoder ROM program. Now we're going to do the other one. So we'll go and load D3. Load D3. Put that guy in the programmer. And we will program. Yep, good to go. So there are Defender decoders. 2 and 3. Brand new. You know, actually, that's probably $15 a piece right there that I got to charge for those. When I find those things, I buy them just for this purpose, to put together. And you know what? Technically, you can use EEPROMs, but those are probably 50 nanosecond speed access time. You need the proper parts. So, okay, I'm going to grab 2 2716s. Okay, I got a couple of 2716s here, and we'll go ahead and change the device type to AMD 2716B. That's what mine are. Okay, 2716B binary. So let's load up one. Let me get a couple ROM coverings. Label these things. Cover the windows. And I'll write 1 on one and 4 on the other. One and 4. And just for good measure, since these are red label, Defender red label, I'm putting a red mark on them. Alright, 2716B binary. So we're going to load the RAM. And we're going to load one at first. Okay, and program. Done. That's number one. Now we're going to load number 4. Put the ROM in the socket. Okay, now we're going to program it. There you go. Now we have a good ROM software set. All verified good. New decoders. Okay, so let's just go here. We'll exit. Yes, I'm sure. Control Alt Delete. We'll go back to Windows. Turn this guy off. Thank you very much. Okay, we will be back. It's time to start putting stuff back together. Well, guys. I know I've been working off camera a little bit. I've betrayed you. No, seriously though, let me show you what it was doing. I figured out what the problem was, and it's a bummer, but it's okay. Let me show you what it was doing. Let me put these ROMs back in there. They're in. Okay, let me move this thing off of here. And make sure nothing's shorting. Okay, ready? Here we go. Nice. I love that sound. Wait for that to sync. I got my cheesy sync mod. And it just sits here and does this. And I literally just got this thing hooked up, and I plugged it in about 10 minutes ago. And I just, off camera, I just started poking around the thing. And I started poking around this board right here. And I'll show you what I found. This is a data line. Glasses, I can see. This is a data line, the 4th pin up, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, data line 6. That, guys, is an open trace. If you look at data line 6, which is connected to all of these ROMs, data line 6 is bust through all of the ROMs. Here's data line 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's data line 6. I think I just shorted something. But anyway, so let's turn it off. And what I had just been doing is, let's go ahead and remove this guy from the board. And I'll remove this guy from the board. And I did switch around and used all of his actual EEPROMs on the other board, and one of the ROMs, one of the cleaned ROMs that I was going to use, ROM number 11 busted a leg. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to put these guys on here. These are better. These are EEPROMs anyway. So, and he had a ROM number 1, so I saved my EEPROM that I had right here. Remember, I had burnt number 1 and number 4. Well, he had a number 1 right there in the other board. So let me set this up. I got to set up the camera on the tripod so that I can use my continuity tester and I'll show you broken trace. Okay. So if I take the continuity tester, data line 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing. Here's data line 7. Data line 5. Data line 6. Darn it. Gosh, that's irritating. I looked that over. You know, I saw that looked a little funny. That's why I went right to this. Because I knew it looked a little funny, but it didn't look broke. It did not look like it was a broke trace. But, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to remove the socket. I'm not doing cheesy jumpers. I want this to look like we were never here. So I'm going to remove the socket. I'm going to fix it proper. Put the socket back in. You'll never see any broken trace. So that's how I'm doing it. So let me do that. Let me hang this up proper. Disconnect that. This is disconnected, right? Yes. I'm going to unplug this all. This thing will work after I do this. I have a working Defender. Clean. I need to give you a good look at this. Let me put ROM number 1 back in the board. Okay, we'll leave ROM number 7 over here, and this is mine. Hang up the logic probe. Thank you, Mr. Logic Probe. Always being a friend. Okay, we're going to back up. Back up. Back up, back up, back up. Alright. Alright, I'm going to take this all, strip this all apart, and I'll be back. Okie artichoke. Let's get this. Let's get this thing fixed. And okay, this guy right here needs to go. And this is precisely why I do not fold legs over and leave them folded over when I solder sockets into the board. You might have to remove it. And there's my broken trace, and that is the one that I saw, and I just didn't pay it no attention. You can see where it is broke. I'm surprised that I that the solder didn't like join that together though, to be honest. I'll show it to you. Fourth one up. See that? Hold on one second. Let me grab some tweezers. These ones got a sharper point. Okay. See that? That's the break. So I got to fix that. And that'll be easy to fix. I'm just going to take a little itty bitty piece of wire and solder it right to that via right there, and then run it right down. That'll fix it. I might even just not even go that far. I might even go right to right here. Just solder something and put it right down that hole. Nope, I think I'll come over to the via and then come over. So that's what I'll do. Okay, the socket's back in the board. Work has been cleaned up. Never even know it. The only thing you can see is if you look down in there at that, if you look down in here, you see that via with the wire coming out? That's going directly underneath. Let me turn it around. Yeah, see that? The wire going right underneath and soldered through the hole, making the connection. And that's the only thing you'll see. All cleaned up. So, now that we're fixed up, let's go ahead and put it all back together. This is the wire that I cut one strand off of to make that repair. Stuff up here. Get this out of the way. Soldering iron is off. Plug in our ROM. I don't like doing this way. There we go. It's in there good. Good. Now, this thing is hard to get out. Let me put it in. It's a little bit bent. Okay. Plug everything in. And let me direct you to monitor. And let's see if this thing's going to work. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Initial tests indicate unit okay. And never mind the sync. Let's just try to go. Never mind the sync issues with this thing. Well, 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 would you look at that? Defender. How freaking cool is that, guys? So I guess the only thing to do is to test the interface PCB, make sure all the controls work, and yeah. So let's get to it. How awesome! Okay, we're doing some tests. This is fire. Fireworks. This is start 1, I think. That is. This is up, down, fire. Thrust, smart bomb, hyperspace, and reverse. Reverse works. Now all the controls work. This thing is good to go. Good to go. Awesome. Yeah, when you see the curling up there and stuff, don't mind this thing. This monitor, this Nintendo monitor with the inverter board does not, and the sync issue does not like to sync to Williams games, but it will display it. If this was a G07, it would look perfect, or anything other than a Nintendo monitor would look perfect. So. Absolutely incredibly cool, guys. So, check it out. Look at these. Look at all Texas Instruments 4164s. And this thing is ready for a Defender cabinet. You don't have to do any modifications. Just plug your power right into it and you're good to go. The modification is done on the board. Look at these guys. Cable from the other board. ROMs. These ROMs were all on the other board. I had to program a couple of them. One. I programmed one, this guy over here. Heck yeah. So before I ship this guy back, I'm going to replace this capacitor. I'm going to reflow all of these header pins, and then I'm going to clean the boards. Clean all the flux off the boards. And I'm going to recap this one too. You guys do not need to see me do the caps. You've seen that. So this thing will have new caps cleaned up. I'm going to reflow all of the headers. I'll reflow these headers. I don't think I did, to be honest with you. I'm going to reflow these, all of these, recap, reflow these headers, cap, done. Then this is the nicest Defender board set that I have ever seen. I love this copper color on this board. Texas Instruments 4164s. Just awesome. Great board. Alright guys, I think I am going to wrap this one up, and we'll do our recap right here. How about that? We already know what I'm going to do with the reflow and headers and the caps. What we did do is all of these sockets were replaced. Okay, this was off of his other ROM board, and we put that onto this ROM board. We replaced all of these sockets and the RAM, replaced these sockets, and these are brand new. Because both of his decoders, his video decoders, were both bad. And yeah, and caps, you know, headers, caps. About it. This guy's socketed. This is his original PIA. It was okay. Awesome. Yeah, I'll let this one run for a few hours here tonight. You know, kind of playing it now and again, starting some stuff and making sure everything's still working good. I don't foresee any problems. As always, guys, thank you for watching. We got more coming up on the horizon, so, you know, happy to have you hanging out with me. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that little bell. You'll know when I upload. I upload videos all the time. I'm always out here fixing something. I'm always busy. So, yeah. Yep, thank you very much. And we will see you on the next repair video. Peace, guys.